We have Poland and Darth Noob game 2 in It That Betrays. Yeah, and Poland is up 1-0, so Darth Noob has to get a win here to kind of tie it up and try to go for a game 3, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna go for all those first captures. Okay.
Well, it looks like Darth Noob goes for the back cap on his top base, whilst Poland rushes the forward city on his base.
Yeah, he's trying to rush the two cities right there next to the lab.
You need to rush the city that's diagonal from the lab to secure it before you can get RT locked, because that city can get RT locked in one turn by an artillery from either base. So it's quite meta to go for that city, or by the book, you could say also.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna go for that capture. And Darth Noob not doing that, so Poland's gonna be able, if he wants to move the infantry off the top towards that area, he's gonna be able to. Yeah, okay, he did that. Instead of going for the capture chain, he's just in a position. Ooh, and even makes an artillery, just like you were saying. So he's gonna be able to interrupt and lock.
So we're going into the exact opener that I thought was potentially going to happen. I mean, this opener is definitely prepared by Poland.
Yeah, for sure.
Darth Noob has a counter for this prepared also, because, maybe he has a trap for this specific play.
Ooh. Okay, makes a tank. Because he puts that infantry right next to the city. The tank is not going to reach the artillery, so he can still interrupt the capture, put the artillery there, protect the infantry. But he's not going to have funds to make a tank, so he's going to have to wait another turn. So it might make it awkward for Poland the next turn when the tank is pointing at the artillery.
Yeah, but I think the artillery is going to route from the bottom side to be next to the comm tower.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine. But, maybe not. He didn't send his infantry to block.
So he's going to try to protect the infantry with the artillery.
Oh, okay.
And he did get the city on the bottom with the lab because of the skip.
Yeah.
Darth Noob was just going to focus more on income, it seems like. He's going to give up those two cities.
We'll have to see how this pans out, because, even if he allows that city to be taken, or allows his artillery to be shot, regardless, Darth Noob has just used 2 infantries and dropped both their HPs below 10. Whereas Poland only sent 1 infantry forward and, lost that infantry naturally to the interrupt. So Darth Noob is losing more tempo overall for that exchange.
Yeah. I would assume Poland's going to sacrifice a 2 HP infantry if it does enough damage to the 10 to slow down that capture.
On 0 tower, I don't think you can do 1 damage. I think on 0 tower, it does 8 to 9.
Okay. So he's just going to take that out. And just gonna make a tank. I do like the infantry there though, because now the tank can't attack from the forest, so it's gonna be forced to attack from the plains.
Yeah, that must be the idea. But he does allow the capture to go through though, so not shooting the city infantry with the artillery is kind of weird.
Yeah, he went for the kill there, so that. Oh yeah, very interesting. That's very non-Poland, but maybe he's like, it's fine. This if it goes through, I can get that later.
Yeah, that must be the idea, but
because
I think
the artillery is in range of the base, and it's not a tile that Darth Noob is gonna have in range of his base.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna go for that. Boom. Oh, I thought it dealt more damage. Left it at 4.
It was 6, right?
So he's gonna be able to just send the artillery back to heal and attack with a tank, and he'll be defending the tank even. Not that it needs to be defended.
From the city. I mean, this should be a good line for Poland overall, but I don't think the specific opener ended up being necessarily worth it.
Well, he did get the double city here. I guess, Darth Noob did get these as well. And I guess Darth Noob can just put the new tank on the city, shoot at the full HP infantry. It's not like a 4 HP artillery is going to do that much damage to you.
Yeah, like you can see that the Darth Noob has his most forward city at the bottom, while Poland does not have his most outer city on the top.
Yeah.
And with that being said, Poland getting that first strike on the tank only is a 3 HP difference, which is 2100 difference.
Yeah.
Whereas Darth Noob got 6 damage onto the enemy artillery, and that's That's a lot more. That's 3,600 damage.
Yeah. Now he's gonna have 3 tanks. Now it's not something really that Poland can go and attack any of these tanks because then he'd be in a losing trade.
Yeah. I think personally I would have traded my 5 HP tank for the 4 HP artillery just to eliminate that future threat, because you can still repair, you can still go siege spots with a damage artillery.
Yeah, I see here is so strong as well.
Yeah, I think a 5 HP tank has a lot less staying power.
Yeah, also the bases are so close that I feel like you can sacrifice that to get that immediate value since you have more tanks coming really quickly.
Yeah, I mean you have to plan for the long term. I think Darth Noob is not playing this how I would be.
Thanks, Sergio, for the reminder. I keep forgetting all that. Now we have the music, or the music and the sound effects.
Yeah.
I hope that would be like on the site one day. That'd be nice. Ooh.
Yeah. Honestly though, I've been playing on Advance Wars by web for so long I forgot the music even existed for this game.
Yeah, with this one, it has like the sound effects, so you can hear like the infantry moving and stuff like that. But wow, Poland going for an attack there. Very strange.
Very curious. I feel like this is bad.
Yeah, it feels very bad.
It looks like a very losing trade. I mean, especially with this, the base reaches the 5 HP tank immediately.
Yeah. You can attack from the city. That's like a free kill right there. And then you can also, I don't know, first strike the other one if you want to, but you don't really need to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options for Darth Noob here, but
I don't understand why he did that though. Like, what's the reason to attack that tank?
Oh, I don't see any reasoning to be fairly. To be honest, I don't know. I don't see any. I think it's just a blunder.
Wow. And on the bottom, it seems like Poland has, like, they've been making no vehicles in the bottom. They've all been on the top, so the bottom is just like infantry flood. And there's way more infantry for Poland, although Darth Noob did make an artillery, so he's probably planning on locking down the blue city that he got, which is gonna be like really awkward. Like if you lock down that with an artillery, it's very hard to get it. You would need a copter, so it's gonna take a lot of time, and perhaps he can also then use it to, if he's able to shoo away those infantry, then he can try to go for the 2 or one of the 2 cities next to the lab.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good play at all. I think Dark Noob is going to punish him on the top, and then Dark Noob has this push set up on the bottom as well, so...
Oof. Although this overextension is a little bit strange.
Yeah, this is a bit iffy, because I think last turn he could have sacrificed a 5 HP tank for it, but now he's sacrificing a full 7 HP tank for it. Suddenly the value is very, very different, like 4,200, or 4,900 even, compared to 3,500 is a big difference.
I do like, though, how he put that infantry, so the Poland's tank that's on the plains is kind of blocked off, so he can kill the 7 HP tank, but then he can't get another hit. There's no way of breaking through. So that's pretty smart.
Right, I agree with that.
So
still though, I mean, just having 7 HP tank for free from the base range is quite worrisome.
Yeah, sacrificing a tank to finish off an injured artillery, I think perhaps it's not that good.
Yeah. But perhaps either players are willing to take these bad exchanges because they think, oh well, maybe I'll get super first, and that's gonna create an opening for me.
Right. Yeah.
But as it stands, they're both very, very equal in charge.
And Poland going over here to try to get that blue city in the bottom. And there's no just gonna let that happen. He's just gonna shift over towards the red city.
Wow, I'm very, very surprised.
Yeah,
because that was his only income difference with Poland. That was his only advantage.
He makes
but now giving that up, not so sure.
Wow, pulling back on the top, making a copter. This copter's probably copters here are also pretty strong, but they're kind of late because they can kind of be attacking both areas at the same time, kind of floating in the middle, so it can make it really tricky. But again, I think you can easily counter with your own copter or an anti-air. I
think buying a copter here is quite good, but this is like an anti-timing. And what I mean by that is once your opponent is on 16,000 on a 3-base map, building a copter is giving them a free AA tank infantry turn, which I usually try to avoid. Maybe too much so, but in this case, I think he's not going to have so much leverage with the E-copter because it's not disrupting any of the curve that Poland is having.
Yeah. And of course, Poland is going to go for the interrupt. That he would not be Poland if he doesn't. So he's going to take that out. And he's going to get that. And now he's going to have the lead because he was able to flip that one city. So,
very lucky.
Wow. It's been going a little bit back and forth, a little bit more to one player, a little bit more towards the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he makes actually artillery anti-air
I'm
infantry.
surprised he sent the tank topside from his base too. It looks like he wants to counter push instead of. Well, his artillery is probably to lock the city on the bottom.
Yeah, for sure.
And
then just invest everything at top.
Yeah, I think the interrupt was objectively correct. I think everybody should go for it. But it looks like his follow-up plan is to counterlock that city diagonal from the lab. And then he says, "Wow, I don't need that one tank. I'm just gonna send it north."
Yeah, he's gonna try to all in over at the top. Probably send the anti-air as well. But Dartmouth's gonna be able to take out 2 of those infantry from Poland, leaving like 4.5 plus the artillery, and Dartmouth has like 7 infantry. He can also send in a tank.
It will be locked from base range with an artillery of his own. So
yeah,
I think overall Poland has good ideas here. With his all-in on the north while counter-locking on the bottom.
There goes the tank. That tank is going to be in range also of the tile that the RD wants to be on. So if he's able to break through, then he can smack the artillery.
Yeah.
Ooh, gonna get some extra cash right there.
I think if anything, potentially Dartmouth could have not shot with the artillery and actually moved it forward, because what that accomplishes is basically the artillery can shoot an infantry that's 3 tiles away from the city that is potentially blocking for the opponent's artillery while he has his tank in range.
Yeah.
And not doing that, could be a potential mistake.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's actually really smart. Being able to clear and guarantee that, and then it's like, what do I do? Because there's so many infantry from Dartmouth too. Like there is more infantry from Poland that they're kind of out of the way. Those 3 in the bottom, they're not gonna be in time to block off the necessary tiles. So that's pretty important. Ooh, he's gonna bring a tank, and he looks like he's gonna interrupt for sure. Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
the one on the lab is very strange. Ooh, puts it on the city too. Okay, that's interesting. That's
I guess he's counting on the repairs to counteract the enemy tank having a free hit.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, he can't easily kill the tank that just hits his artillery, but it does guarantee the permalock on the city, I suppose.
I was thinking he can also attack, like Dartmouth can go and attack that artillery, and then he can move the artillery in range, like pointing at that city that the artillery is on. So, and then it's like, okay, you either attack with your tank from the plains. It kind of creates a little bit of an awkward situation, I think, for Poland, but maybe the repairs on the artillery are strong enough.
Yeah, he could go for an overload play. I mean, especially if he wants to rotate his tanks through the middle, potentially reaching there faster than Poland's army, as his army is quite far out of the way on the top left.
Yeah, probably Dartmouth needs like, honestly, a medium tank on the top would be nice, but he doesn't have the funds. Possibly an artillery by Dartmouth on the top to lock down at least one of those 2 cities. Okay, he's going for the artillery. Going for first strikes on infantry. And he's going to move the artillery. Ooh, yeah, nice. He's going for that. But the repairs are going to be pretty strong, though. From 5 to 7.
Yeah, it's going to be a quite good repair, but without that tile, he can't 2-hit KO the enemy tank. And as I said, he's rotating his army through the middle.
Yeah.
Textbook front switch.
Yeah,
but he's
literally.
He's on the top, though. So there is issues there too.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in range, right, of defending these 2 cities. He's gonna make another tank.
That's true, but his vehicles are. I mean, I guess they're in the middle, so he can go in either fronts.
Yeah, they're a bit slowed down. I think there's only like 1 or 2 tanks that could participate. There's those forests right there, and Poland doesn't look like he's gonna go for the caps at the top. I'll have to see.
Yeah.
Ooh, he goes for the RD shot.
Oh, sorry, I hate to leave you on the climax, but I need to be right back. It's gonna probably be 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You can probably keep going though. You don't have to wait for me necessarily, but I need to be right back. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. You can go. Okay, we'll have to keep going, and Starflash will have to join us later. Wow, what numbers? That's insane. 104 viewers. At least that's what it says here. But that's insane. Welcome everyone. I hope you're having a great time. He's gotta go play his own game. Yeah, right now he's gonna finish it in 5 or 10 minutes. I mean that's Starflash. But over here it looks like, yeah, Poland's just gonna smack that artillery. I mean, it looks like a pretty favorable trade, honestly, with the repairs. And he's going to get the 2 KO there onto that tank. The only thing is that, this is getting exposed to this, right? This copter is not covering this tank. Okay, it doesn't need to be covered. But Darth Noob can use these 2 nice tiles to take out this tank. Probably take out the artillery as well with artillery and tank. But it's gonna be tricky because you have to send some of these, which is less over here, right? And Poland is gonna go for this capture. Gonna front switch some of these tanks. Okay. And also that charge is just like really going up. Yeah, I mean, I'll just keep going and then Starflash will come back and we can get his thoughts. I just don't think that pausing the game, I don't know, I kind of want to keep with the tempo. No, we have this nice match going. But it's fine. So there goes the copter. Gonna attack from the city. Okay. Gonna take that out. Gonna finish off these injured infantry. Poland, like, kind of front switching the tanks over towards the back path, which is a little bit more awkward. It takes more time, but because he can't use this one, because Darth Noob already has this area. And Darth Noob gonna send one of those tanks, another tank to clear that. Gonna clear the other tank, possibly attack that guy. Yeah, boom. And just bring all of these. Anti-air gonna be covering everything. Even if the copter wants to attack this copter, its anti-air is not in range. Gonna go for that interrupt, and possibly that's it. Just like sitting back. And you know what's coming? All these attacks, all these tanks going down. It's that charge. That charge is going up. You have Poland right there, like this very turn Poland could get his super, and so Darth Noob is trying to prep for that. He's gonna put this tank on the city so that it gets healed up to 10, and leaving this other one as well. Oof. And in this kind of matchup, it's all about that. Like the first one that can get that global damage, say in like Drake Mirror or Olaf Mirror, is really, really strong. Oof. So I think Poland's caught a little bit off guard here. Not much that he can do. Doesn't have the unit count to clear these infantry. Like when you have to use vehicles to clear out infantry to then get vehicle hits, that's when you know you're in a rough spot. These don't really have much of a target. It's not looking very good for Poland, I would have to say. Although he does have the slight income lead and the charge lead, so he's gonna get that power first. We'll have to see. He's gonna go for some first tank, like some attacks here with the tanks and the infantry. Gonna cap and join, and yeah, he's gonna get that super. So global damage done. He's gonna try to clear that. Okay, gets the little roll. Gonna clear that. Okay. So he's gonna be able to reach that copter, although it is gonna get taken out by this anti-air from this the city tile. So that's gonna be really nice. And he's gonna send all of these also to kind of block. So now it's gonna be really hard for Darth Noob to interrupt this capture. Like with Winter Fury, you drop it down to 8, so you would need one more hit, but it's gonna be pretty tough. The only thing is, okay, now it makes a medium tank. Interesting. I think that's probably okay. There's quite a bit of tanks here from Darth Noob. He's also doing the same thing of putting this guy on this tank to repair. But the fact that this artillery is injured is going to be nice for this medium tank to kind of try to ward off all these tanks. So perhaps there's a chance here for Poland. Maybe it's not looking as dire as I thought. And here comes the super from Darth Noob. I'm going to try to go for this capture. Once the global damage starts happening, all your infantry are all injured. It's like really hard to get any captures going. So he's going to try to clear that to get the access to that tile in the city. And, oh, okay, I thought he was going to first strike here. Is he not? Oh, wow, he's going to go just for the interrupt. Wow, insane. instead of going for the tank hits here. That's an interesting decision. Goes for the copter kill. I guess this makes sense because these two are at 8, right? And these are all at 10. So even a first strike from an 8 HP tank, it's not going to be that good. So he can go for that and try to maintain this. He doesn't want to let Poland have a bigger income lead because that is when it can start spiraling out of control. Also because Poland has like the charge lead. He's going to be able to get charged quicker for that second power. Gonna get a bunch of those clears right there. Now it's Poland's turn. Yeah, I guess this area is not looking very good for Poland, honestly. This area is quite okay. The medium tank is gonna be quite uncontested. I guess no need to hit the anti-air really because you don't have any copters. Gonna try to okay, going for that capture. I guess it's gonna be guaranteed after all this blocking over here. So he's gonna be able to get that. So he's gonna try to get a little bit more income lead. Tank, infantry. Okay, and anti-air doesn't have much of a job. There's no copters, you know. And now it starts Noob's turn. And at the start of the turn, he's already ahead on unit value and unit count. Poland had to pull back from here, so he's not gonna be able to get this capture. I think he is going to get this one. I don't think this infantry can drop this down enough to stop this capture. And I don't think he can access to get another shot there. But down here, this medium tank can be quite a threat. Okay, he's gonna get some first strikes, even in range of the medium tank. So probably he's gonna bring the artillery in range, but it's a 5 HP, so it's not gonna deal a whole lot to that medium tank. And he doesn't even have the funds like to make a medium tank even. He's just gonna go there and attack all these infantry in range of these tanks. Okay. He's gonna bring another one to finish that off, and he's gonna start clearing out some of these units.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, hey, you missed the.
I was able to follow on my phone while I was away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm caught up.
Nice. It's a interesting development of the match. We got the double winter going, and uncontested medium tank here. Putting tanks in range of other tanks. I don't know if this is perhaps to get more charge and try to flip around the charge lead. I'm not sure.
I think overall it's a good idea. I mean, in general, I think his push, his rotate to the bottom was really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it costed him the power differential. Mm-hmm. So Poland got super first. But the breakthrough on his base side with those infantry sacks and then hitting interrupting the captures is actually really good. I think it was a good play.
Yeah.
Especially considering that he's already down income. Mm-hmm. He needs to make sure that he doesn't stay down income or not let the gap open up bigger, more. And I mean, even though the medium tank is getting free hits, he has so many more vehicles locally at the bottom that he's able to overwhelm the rest of the units and potentially secure his caps back.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good play overall.
I would assume the objective here by Darthnov is, of course, holding that city on the top. But if he's able to flip one city down there, then he's going to be able to get that income difference. And Poland is no longer going to have that,
yeah, exactly. Objective. Exactly. But with that being said, they're both going really low on time. He definitely needs to find some sort of counter for that medium.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the funds are so low. Maybe he makes an artillery. Yeah, he makes an artillery because the 5 HP artillery is not going to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. He needs a new artillery, or he needs to save up for his own medium tank.
Yeah. It looks like he's not going to be able to next turn.
But yeah, with that being said, though, if he is able to flip the bottom city, that's at least going to even up the income. And if he's able to flip anything else, then it's looking good for him.
Yeah. He's going to go for the artillery kill. Okay. Yeah. So he's going to Poland's going to let that city fall. But I don't think there was any way to kill.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That anti-air there was nice. Nice blocking. And
especially being down so much unit count and value, it's hard for him to keep interrupting.
Yeah, for sure. Like that medium tank is going to keep getting value, and there goes the city flip. They're actually both at 17.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to even up the income. So I wonder if he is able to force a capture here this turn onto that city, because
Yep.
if he is, then suddenly he's up income and it's gonna be looking really, really good for him.
Oof, and all that overwhelming unit count, you can start to see, like, now it's just one medium tank, infantry, 4 HP. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that he can access to interrupt that capture. So that's going to be another capture from Darthnu, and this time it's going to be a flip. So he's going to be able to get 18 to 16k.
Yeah,
That's gonna start to hurt a
that's
lot.
gonna be amazing, especially with that 18k. It means you can get medium tank, you can get B copter.
Yeah,
While the player that's on 16k is kind of struggling.
and like
I mean,
the unit count is looking really bad as
Yeah.
well. Like 20,
Yeah,
25,
exactly. I was gonna get to
14.
that. It's almost a double the unit count.
I think Poland would have to, just try to overrun the top, perhaps like flip a city. He's gonna try to go for some attacks, it seems like. Attack from there. Medium
mean,
tank, not getting a lot of value.
Yeah, I think at this point it's kind of a last-ditch effort for Poland. I think exactly. Okay, he understands that he's down income and he's down on every other metric as well. So
Wow. Yeah, the medium tank. I think the medium tank was okay, but just the fact of the lack of a unit count made it so it couldn't get a lot of value. It did kill one tank, one 8 HP tank, and then I think it was left at shooting at infantry. Unit count is so strong. The brawl in this area is insane. It's crazy that it's like in one base range, like in one turn base range, and yet you can still win from the other two bases. That's pretty wild.
yeah, I mean, this just proves that local majority means a lot. You know, in these situations, you can force capture flips, and you can circumvent a lot of the heavy units because you know, one medium tank can only hit so many units.
Yeah, you can only shoot one, and if you block enough, then it'll end up getting very low value.
Yeah, for the medium tank to hit a key unit, you need another smaller unit to kill the blocker. And you know, when you have so much invested into a heavy unit, that's when you start lacking the power to do so. And that's why a lot of times 2 light tanks is better than 1 medium. Not that the medium tank was necessarily a poor buy choice in this case, but the rest of the play did not combine well, especially with Darth Noob's good front switch to the bottom, eliminating both of the, or not both, but all of the initial tanks in the area.
Yeah, also the fact that Darth Noob went first for the center front switch option made it so Poland couldn't, and then he, like, if he wanted to front switch, he had to go through to back, so he wasn't in time to defend from those front switching tanks. I think that the turn by the fact that Darth Noob was pretty conservative before the Winter Fury was really interesting. Like, he put all those tanks into repair so that next turn he would have full HP. And then going for that turn on his Winter Fury, not even going for the tanks. Like, he cleared the one just to get access to interrupt the capture. And it's like fine, you can get a first strike, but they're 8 HP against my 10 HP extra stats tanks.
Yeah, and there's no follow-up to those 2 tanks. So even if you get good value for now, over the course of the next 2 or 3 turns, you know, you're going to lose them all and not actually get value.
Yeah,
So I think it's a great display of discipline, knowing when to back up and when to attack.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is just like a great example of Darth Noob plays, just prepping positions like that and just foreseeing battles like that. I think this was so smart. This whole setup that he had, planning in advance, was really, really strong.
Yeah, I agree. I think he set up a great push at the bottom. His army positioning overall at the bottom was better than Poland at the top. He was able to make use of the front switch corridors in the middle, and around the powers, he was able to play conservatively with his tanks and knew which objectives to hit. And, you know, turns out he wins the game with that.